Namaste. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Shelley. Gentle Yoga is a mindful practice with an emphasis on the breath, and we'll take a relaxation at the end of practice. Do practice according to your condition. So if a pose doesn't feel right for you, if you know how, modify the pose or substitute another pose. Otherwise, you may skip the pose. Just come to any comfortable position and breathe. We'll start out actually lying down on the back. You can come into Shavasana. Separate the legs. Let the arms rest away from the sides, palms turned to face up. Close the eyes. And take a few rounds of breath here on your own, just nice natural breaths. Over the course of these next few breaths, let all thoughts, any plans, just fall by the wayside. Let any attention come fully onto the breath. Take 3 rounds of a cleansing breath together. Inhale through your nose. Allow your ribs and your abdomen to expand. And then take an open mouth exhale like you're sighing all the air out. We'll do 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth exhale with a sigh. And then 1 more of those. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. And now if you can, breathing in and out through your nose. If that doesn't work for you today, breathe however you best can. Bring the legs closer together and the arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, just warming into the shoulders. Exhale, return the arms down to your side. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, the arms by your side. 1 more time. Inhaling, reaching up and over. And exhale, returning the arms to your side. Next, we'll take the Maha stretch. Interlace the fingers into Kali Mudra, leaving just the index fingers extended. Straighten the arms and reach overhead. Again, the legs are together. Inhale and actively stretch from end to end, your fingertips to your toes. And as you exhale, stay in this shape, but let everything relax. Soften the body. With your next inhale, again, reaching from end to end, getting as long as possible. Exhaling, relax right here. And we'll do it 1 more time. Inhale and stretch, your longest of the 3. Exhale, relax, return the arms down by your sides. Take a breath here. Do a similar pose, a side body stretch. So again, you interlace your fingers into Kali Mudra. Take the arms overhead. Walk both feet to the bottom right corner of your mat, and then take your arms to the top right corner of your mat. So you have a little bit of a crescent shape to your body, or you might think of it like a banana. Try and keep both shoulders to the mat so your spine is even. Shoulders level. And breathe through the left side. You want a little deeper stretch on the outside of that left hip. You can cross the left ankle over the right. And take a couple more breaths. Uncross your legs. Walk everything through the center. And then walk over to the left. So feet to the bottom left corner. Arms to the top left corner. And see if you can keep both shoulders to the mat. And breathe along the right side of your body. You can take the option by crossing the right ankle over the left. Uncross the legs, walk back through center, and slowly return the arms down by your side. Very slowly, bring the right leg up towards the ceiling. Nice and slow. When your leg's to the highest point, take a moment and stretch the leg long. Point the toe, reach the toe for the ceiling. And now bring that knee into your chest. Squeeze it in tight. Hold behind the right thigh. We'll do a few of the knee extensions to warm through the knee joint. So starting with the knee bent, and then extending the leg long. Then we'll bend it in and kick it out. Just a couple more. Bend and straighten. Bend. Straighten. Last one. Bend the knee in. Stretch the leg long. Pause for just a moment. And then hugging the knee in once again. Squeeze a little tighter if you can. Taking now the ankle circles. Rotate through the right ankle in either direction. Sometimes you notice here a little crackling or creaking. You might even hear some crackling or creaking. That's okay. It's normal. And sometimes you'll experience it more than others. Reverse the direction of your circle. Now we'll do a few of the point and flex in that ankle. Point the foot away, flex the foot towards you, and you just alternate between the two. Point and flex, point and flex. Relax the ankle. Again, stretch your legs straight up to the ceiling. This time, flex your foot and slowly lower the leg down. Take your time. The slower you go, the more control it requires. When the leg is down, rest. Take a full breath in and out. Coming to the left side, point your toe and slowly send the leg up to the ceiling. When you get to the top, point the toe and stretch like you're trying to touch the ceiling with the toe, really long. And then grab behind that thigh and bend the knee into your chest. And give it a little squeeze. And a few rounds of the knee extensions. From here, just working to straighten the leg and then bend the knee in. Straighten and bend. Extend the leg. Pull it in. Two more. Kick and bend. Last one. Kick and bend. Hug the knee into your chest a little tighter, perhaps if you can. And then taking the ankle circles on this side. Again, going either direction. Get your full range of motion. So take a big circle with the foot. Reverse your direction. And now taking some of the point and flex, alternating between those two movements. And waking up the front of the ankle when you point, and the back when you flex. You can relax the ankle. Again, stretch your leg up towards the ceiling, release the hands. Get the leg nice and long, but then flex the foot and slowly lower the leg down. Remember, slow and controlled. When you're down, relax for a breath. Big inhale. And exhale. Draw both of the knees into your chest. You could give them a squeeze in. For now, keep the back of the head down, the shoulders, and just concentrate on the compression of the abdomen by pulling the thighs in. Now return the feet to the mat. Walk your feet out wide, so the feet are to the edges of your mat. Arms can be along beside you. We'll do the very traditional pose, the windshield wiper. It's a joke. When we're doing the video classes, I can't tell if the jokes come across. So we'll lower the knees to the left. At least I'm amused. Bring the knees up to the center. Go to the right. Back to the center and left side. Up through center to the right. Come up to the center. Keep going now on your own a few rounds. You could go at your own pace. If you want to slow it down just a bit or speed it up a touch. Whatever feels good in your body and your hips. The next time you go to your left side, go ahead and stay there for a breath or two. Be on the outer edge of the left foot and the inner edge of the right foot. Knees may or may not touch the floor. That's really not the point. Getting a nice stretch to the outside of the right hip and IT band area. And on the inside hip, it's more the inner groin, inner hip and thigh area. Slowly return the knees to the center and then go over to the right. So now you're on the outside of the right foot and inside of the left. Now it's the left hip that's getting that nice stretch, as well as the IT band area along the outer side of that kind of hip and thigh. Deep breaths. Return the knees up, plant the feet. And walk the feet in closer together, and again, bring the knees into the chest. Just like before, compressing the abdomen with the thighs. This time, option to round forward, to curl the upper back and pull the nose in towards the knees. If you have anything going on with the neck, feel free to leave the head down so you have more support in the neck. Both variations are compressing the abdomen. And then return the head down and plant the feet behind the glutes, hips width apart, moving into the bridge pose, the moving bridge. Palms by your side. Press into the hands and feet. On your inhale, peel your spine up off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. At the end of your inhale, your highest point, exhale and return the spine down one vertebrae at a time. And you can go on your own with these. Use your own breath as your guide. Again, the inhales take you up. And the exhales roll you down. Through one more round, inhaling to lift up, and exhaling as you roll back down. Hug your knees into your chest, and rock a few times side to side, massage your back. Return your feet to the floor. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, or back when we had the Monday night class in studio, we affectionately called this one frog. So soles of the feet together, knees open out wide. There are options for the hands. They can rest to the inner thighs. They can rest out to the side, palms turned up. Or another nice one for connecting with the breath is one hand to the heart, one hand to the abdomen. If your mind is somewhere else, turn your attention to your breath. Just watching as the fresh breath comes in, and then as the breath leaves the body through the nostrils. You can feel the chest rise with your inhales. And the chest lower with the exhales. Slowly, use the hands to the outside of the legs and guide the knees in together. Might feel nice to one more time bring the knees in and rock gently from side to side. Roll all the way onto one side and rest on your side. Support your head with your bottom arm. And take a full breath here. And then continue to roll around until you're on all fours. Tabletop position. If this is ever difficult for the knees, you can place a towel or a blanket under the knees. You can also double your mat over so it's extra thick for this part. Align the shoulders over your wrists and hips over your knees. we'll do the cow and cat pose. Again, using the breath to guide the movement. Inhale for cow, lift your head and your tail, let the belly lower. Exhale into cat. Round your back, tuck your chin and your tail. And just keep going on your own, alternating between those two shapes. One more of each. Take your time. Inhale for a cow. Exhale to a cat. And then return to a neutral spine. Find your alignment once again. Extend your right leg out behind you, just the height of your hip. Be sure the right hip bone faces the floor, and then point your right toe. You're going to take little circles. So imagine you're drawing circles with that right toe. The circles are pretty small, something like 5 or 6 inches in diameter. The idea here is to keep the pelvis level, both hips pointing down, that the body is still other than that right leg circling. And now reverse your direction. It's likely more challenging the second way. Typically the second way is a little less natural. Relax the circles, bend the knee, flex the foot so the sole of the foot is facing the ceiling, and then lift the leg. Lift, lift. This is going to wake up your glutes. A few more. Lift, lift, lift. How about 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg out and stretch, and return to your tabletop. Give the hips a shake. Other side, left leg back. Right at hip height, no need to go any higher. Make sure the left hip bone is facing the floor. Point your left toes and start to draw your little circles. Drawing with the big toe, keeping the pelvis steady, the whole body still, other than that left leg. It strengthens the core. Teaches good body awareness. And then reverse, circling in the other direction. All right, relaxing the circles, bend the knee, flex the foot so the sole of the foot faces the ceiling, and then pulse up, up, up. Got to wake up the left glute now. For 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg out, point the toe, stretch it long, and return to your tabletop. Shake out your hips. We'll take a few circles from here. So circling around in one direction. You can make the circles as big or as small as you like, going at your own speed. And then changing the direction of the circles. Neutral tabletop shape, and we'll rest in a child's pose. Walk the big toes together, open the knees wide, send the seat back towards the heels. Walk the hands forward, but also walk the crown forward. extend through the spine. Lower your forehead down. Child's pose is an appropriate alternative to any other pose. So if there's ever a pose that is not for you for any reason, you can always take child's pose in its place. You can also always sit up tall, like I said before, and focus on your breathing. Return to tabletop position. And we'll come to our first downward facing dog. Be sure the hands are shoulder distance. Separate the fingers a comfortable amount. No need to overstretch. Press into the palms. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips high. And then move your hands both down and forward to send the chest towards the thighs. Take any action you'd like. In the legs, you might walk your dog. You can also shake out your head, releasing tension from the neck. And of course, if you're ever not practicing downward dog, you can take the variation at the wall if you know it. You may also continue with cat and cow pose, alternating between the rounding and arching of the back. One of the best things about yoga is there are, countless poses, variations of poses. So there's always something for everyone. Return to hands and knees, and come once again to child's pose. Rest the forehead down. Return your attention to your breath. Tabletop position. I'm going to take the puppy dog pose. Puppy dog is like a half tabletop, half child's pose. Keep the seat stacked over the knees, and like you would in a child's pose, walk the hands forward and bring the forehead down. So it's a heart-opening pose. Opens the chest and the shoulders. If you are more flexible, you can bring the chin down rather than the forehead. But no need to force it, just if it happens fairly easily for you. Slide forward to come onto your abdomen. Sphinx pose. Be on your forearms, shoulders above the elbows. Look straight ahead. Broaden through the collarbones like you're pulling your chest through your arms. And then become nice and still. Your way to tabletop. Use your own intuition to get there. And we'll take one more downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width apart. Press into the palms. Tuck your toes, lift your hips high, and move your chest towards your thighs. Relax the head. Might even shake the head a few times, yes and no. Look towards your own knees or your own shins. Transitioning to standing forward fold. One way to get there is to walk the feet to your hands. Take as many steps as you need. Another way is to come down out of your dog, find your way to the top of your mat, and then fold over your legs. For this first one, be like a rag doll. Separate the feet, bend your knees a lot, and let the torso drape down over the thighs. You can let the arms just hang beside you, and take gentle rocking motions back and forth, side to side. Keep a nice bend in your knees. Slowly roll up your spine, coming to stand. Lift your head, rest. Take some shoulder shrugs from here. We'll use that same cleansing breath from the beginning of practice. So we'll inhale through the nose and exhale with a sigh out of the mouth. As you inhale, squeeze the shoulders up by the ears. And then when you exhale and sigh, let the shoulders drop. Somehow that breath helps the shoulders lower further. So we'll do a few. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, sighing the shoulders down. Inhale up. Exhale out. Two more. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, drop. Last one, really good. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, drop. Breathing. Again, in and out through your nose if you can. Otherwise, however works best for you. We'll take our upward facing salute. Feet parallel, arms to the ceiling, and the palms face forward. Press down through the feet. Lift tall through the top of the head and the fingertips. From here, begin to go back. Squeeze your glutes for support. Move the hips forward, and then lift and open the chest towards the ceiling. Keep the arms in line with the ears throughout. This pose stretches the entire front line of your body, the whole thing. Slowly return up through the center. And one more time, come to your standing forward fold. This time, grab onto opposite elbows. Again, letting the head and the torso hang, can gently sway from side to side. Release your fingertips down towards the mat. Keep some bend to your knees. Roll your way up to stand. Come to Pranamasana, the prayer pose. Feet parallel, hands together at the heart center. Relax the shoulders. Close the eyes. And we'll take 3 rounds of breath together. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Leave your eyes open. Coming into the tree pose. If you need a little support with balancing, feel free to move around the room, find a wall or a counter to kind of help steady yourself. Stand on your left foot first. The right foot can come inside the ankle using the toe like a kickstand, every now and then kind of testing the balance. You can also place the foot inside of the calf. Or it can come up to the thigh. The main thing is to avoid being directly on your knee, and that's because you want to press your foot against your leg and your leg back into your foot. If your hands are free, bring them to a prayer, either at heart center or up overhead. Focus on one point, something steady, unmoving. And keep in mind there are unlimited tries. You come out of the pose, just come back in. Slowly now release. Give your legs a shake. And try it on the other side. Your tree pose, whether the foot's at the ankle, the calf, or up to the thigh. Hold your gaze steady. Hands can stay at heart center or rise overhead. Release your pose. Give your legs a shake. Turn to the side on your mat and step your feet out wide. I'm going to do just a couple of things from here today. Taking the wide leg forward fold. So folding at your hips rather than your waist. That allows your spine to remain long on your way down. Take whatever works for you, the outside of the calves, ankles, feet, or bringing the hands down to the mat. The first stage there is typically fingertips. Then you may find the backs of the fingers, eventually the full palm. Stretch through the back side of your legs. Lift your seat up to the ceiling, and then point the top of the head down. Let your spine get long, head heavy. Keep a little bend to your knees. Bring yourself up through the center. And then fold over your right leg. You can angle your right toes out slightly if that feels better in your body. But it's all right if your feet remain parallel as well. And if the legs aren't totally straight, especially that right knee, that's okay. You can bend the leg a little bit. Bring yourself up through the center and fold over the left leg. You saw that coming. So same option, feet may remain parallel, or you can turn the left toes out slightly. If you're more flexible in the back of that left leg, the leg can stay straight. Otherwise, bend the knee a little bit. Roll up through the center. And we'll take the forward fold one more time, folding from the hips. It may feel a little better this go around because you've done a couple to kind of warm the body. You lift through the seat, hang the head down. From here, walk your torso over towards your right leg. You can stay here or take the right arm up and around the low back. Rest the back of the hand to the small of the back. And really start to turn the torso into a twist. Right shoulder moving back. Fold once again over the right leg. And bring yourself through the center. Hang here for a breath. And now walk your torso over towards the left leg. Again, you can stay here, or just deepening the twist. Take the left arm up and around, back of the hand resting to the low back. Turning the torso, left shoulder, left rib cage, moving back. Over the left leg. Bring yourself to the center. Keep some bend to your knees and make your way up to stand. Walk the feet in. You can give the legs a little shake. And now come down and have a seat on your mat. Dandasana, the staff pose. Look like the capital letter L, legs long in front, arms by your side. Sit up as tall as you can. Lift through the top of the head. And now flex the feet, reach through the heels. Be sure to breathe. This pose looks pretty simple. It's an isometric action. So the legs are engaged. You can also squeeze the legs to one another. But you don't see active movement. Relax, shake out the legs. And now bend the knees a fair amount for seated back stretch, Paschimottanasana. Reach up, fold so that the abdomen connects to the thighs. As long as your upper and lower half are together, you can walk the heels forward a touch. Bring the elbows down towards the floor. And reach the head towards the feet. Reach through both arms and come up. Release the arms. Take your legs out wide to a V shape. Point the knees and the toes up towards the ceiling. And take a couple breaths sitting up tall. Now turn towards your right and fold over the right leg. Of course, bend your knee as much as you need. This is essentially the same thing we did a moment ago standing, but of course it'll feel different because we're oriented differently now in space, so gravity affects us differently. You may like it a little more, or you may like it a little less. That's okay. In fact, the poses that we don't like are the ones that we really should do, because they have something to show us or to teach us. Bring yourself up the center. Again, tall spine, take a breath right here. turning to the left and walking out over the left leg. Bend the knee as you meet. And top of the head going towards the foot. Walk yourself up slowly. Take a breath sitting tall in the center. And just like when you were standing and coming to a wide leg forward fold, you would hinge from your hips rather than your waist. So we'll do that same action. It's tilting the pelvis forward, bringing the sternum forward. Only go so far as you can keep your spine nice and long. If at any point the back begins to round, back up a bit, re-lengthen. Remember to keep the toes pointed towards the ceiling. Slowly bring yourself up. And we'll take Supta Baddha Konasana. So we did the reclining version earlier. This is the seated version. Soles of the feet come together. Bring the heels in towards you. So for this one, the heels are in close. Then hold the feet, open the knees out wide, sit up tall. And then option to, again, bring the heart forward. You don't have to go too far to feel a significant increase in sensation. Again, only so far as your spine can remain long. If it begins to round, back up and re-lengthen. Up slowly now. Use the hands to bring the knees together and give yourself a hug. Wrap the forearms to the shins, tuck the chin, squeeze everything in. And then release, stretch your legs forward. Once again, we're gonna take Matsyendrasana, a really nice spinal twist. The right foot may go inside or outside of the left leg. If your hips are on the tighter side today, inside may be a little more stable for you. But we've done some hip work for sure. So if they're feeling a little more open, then bring it across. You're gonna turn to your right side, right hand behind you, and the left arm coming across. Pull your low back in so you're sitting tall, and turn to see over your right shoulder. Working with the breath, inhale, grow taller. Exhale, turn further. One more time, inhale, tall. And exhale, twist. Return forward and change the cross of your legs. The left foot may be on the inside or the outside of the extended leg. Turn this time to your left. Right arm will come across. Sit up tall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist any amount. One more breath, inhaling tall. Exhale, twist to your deepest. and then release. Lie down on your back. Just a couple more poses. Bend your knees, plant your feet behind your seat, and do a variation of the moving bridge. As you inhale, begin to roll up your spine and stretch your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, lower your back and your hands. Draw your knees into your chest. And then extend your legs to the ceiling, reaching your arms overhead. Hug the knees in. And we'll do it again. Plant your feet, arms by your side. Inhale into your bridge, up. Arms reaching over. Exhale, lower and hug the knees into your chest. Inhale, straighten the legs to the ceiling, arms overhead. Exhale, hug the knees in. And again, plant the feet. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, knees into the chest. Inhale, legs to the ceiling, arms overhead. Exhale into a ball. And one more time, feet down. Inhale, come into your bridge. Lift the seat, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, slowly lower and bring the knees to the chest. Inhale, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, the knees in. And then lower the feet down. Reach the arms out from your sides. Lower your knees to your left. Turn and look to the right shoulder. Close your eyes. Be with your breath. You can let everything relax. Gravity will take care of the twisting for you. All you need to do is breathe. Turn through the center. Lower your knees to the right. Turn and look towards your left. And closing the eyes. Be mindful of your slow, deep breaths. Back up through the center and find your way into Shavasana. Let the legs separate, the toes splay out, arms out from your sides and the palms facing up. Close your eyes. Going to walk through and relax the body. And then rest for a short while longer in quiet. So your attention is very powerful. By focusing on different parts of the body, your attention increases the circulation there, blood flow. It increases, you may notice warmth or even a slight pulsing or tingling sensation. We'll begin today with the feet. All your attention there. Relaxing the toes, the soles of the feet, heels, and the ankles. Relax at the lower legs, let all tension go. The knees, thighs, and the hips, left hip, right hip, completely relaxed. Now send your awareness into the hands. Relax the thumbs and the fingers, palms, wrists, and forearms, elbows, upper arms, and the shoulders, completely relaxed, no tension. Feel the backside of the body heavy, your weight sinking down, supported by the earth beneath you. And feel the abdomen light, the chest loose, the neck and back of the head. Relax the scalp and relaxing the face. Rest in total relaxation. No more thoughts, no sensations. Leave the body by itself. gently move through the fingers and the toes, wrists and ankles, the arms and legs. Come into a full body stretch. And then bend your knees, turn to one side, pause there. Make your way slowly to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed. We'll conclude class with a mantra for peace. The mantra is Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Join the hands at heart center. Breathe in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Have a peaceful day and week. Thank you for being here, for sharing practice. See you next time. Namaste.